Five Guys, Mostly Lies.
It's ridiculous, sir.
It's definitely the zombie apocalypse. You can hear John Hustle in this.
Okay, a little better.
No, because now you sound like you're in a fucking wind tunnel.
No, I'm walking outside.
It sounds like he just ran through like a terrifying set of stairs, and now he's outside, and it's way too quiet.
Okay.
I hate my friends.
What are you guys bitching about?
You.
Why?
You're basically pulling a Dorian.
Yes.
Really? Why?
Well, guess what, asshole boy? Next time, stop talking about the fucking 5 death rifts and fucking rift, and let your boy go get this shit early like I was goddamn supposed to.
Next time, make your priority list about Five Guys and not about you getting your Xbox First Edition mission or whatever.
But I did. And just so you guys know,
I'm not defending Pat, but what was that last bit?
Mission. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, you didn't even get the Xbox.
Pat?
He's gone. He gone.
Did he hang up on being sad? I think we
Did he hang up? Rich, you got to work. Your grammar is falling apart as we get into this.
Wow, Mike, just out of left field over there. Huh?
Sorry, but what was that Xbox?
What a clue.
Xbox mission.
You know what?
No, you were doing great on the Pat bashing, and then mission came out.
What is Dorian doing? Where is Pat now? God!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of Five Guys, Mostly Lies. This is episode 2, and luckily enough, we got everybody here today. You've heard some of the banter that was going on, so without further ado, let's get it officially started. Tonight, like I said, we've got everybody. I'm the ringmaster, so to speak. Of course, it's Alvy. Rich, we got Rich.
Hey.
Mike.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Patrick.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
And Dorian.
Ew.
All right, so
hey, can we edit that out? Can we do that back?
No, we're not going to edit. We're not going to edit that out because it sounded like it sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire.
That might have been Dorian's quickest way to get himself clued up within the first few seconds of the show.
That's a record. T-shirts, by the way, guys, that say "clued" on it. So look for those coming on.
And also, there will be a shirt that says "Woo."
No, I think you went "Hello" like Doubtfire.
It shows Dorian whistling on the T-shirt, and he's just making that sound, and you're like, "What the hell is this?"
So I think. God
damn it!
Shut up, Dorian. We're going to take some advice that we got on some of the feedback that we got, and we're going to try and just kind of roll with this show today. And we're what was that? Stop. Anyway, we're gonna.
Wow! Did you hear that laugh?
Beautiful. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna try not be as newsy as we were in the first one, and we're just gonna kind of be ourselves here tonight, and hopefully it goes over well. So we'll see what happens, and welcome for the ride, boys. Let's go.
So today, I get on Rift. Okay, and for those of you who don't know, most of the Five Guys, with the exception of Dorian, are pretty much closet dorks. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Geeks even.
Geeks.
Why with the exception of Dorian?
Dorian, we had to teach you what an iPod or what a
podcast was.
Podcast was, sir. Come on.
I didn't know what a podcast was, but I still have my fair share of nerdiness.
Yeah, no. If you don't know what a podcast is, you officially lose your geek card. Like that's straight up, right out the bat, right out the gate. Who doesn't know what a fucking podcast is?
So we got into this dork game Rift, and it's free online, and I don't know, it's something that I've been loving, and I got Pat onto it and Alvy onto it, and Mike knows how to play it, but he's an asshole. But Dorian, on the other hand, going back to answering your question more specifically, you actually have the game, right? I built you a badass computer that can play it on the best settings, did I not?
Yeah, and I even have a character and everything in the game.
Now, Alvy, you haven't played in like a week or so, sir. I mean, a long time. Which
I haven't played in a week because I've been trying to get this thing off the fucking ground.
Hold on. Let me make my point. But what level is your character? We're going dork. We're gonna go some hardcore dork. So
we're jumping in like that right off the bat.
We're diving in. We're diving in. What level is your character, Alvy?
It's been so long since I've been on. I think he's like a 15-ish or something like that.
No, he's 20 something.
Is he 20? I don't know. It's been a while.
Pat's in the 40s, and I think I'm around that level as well. So, Dorian, what level is your character?
27-ish? Niner?
It's level 1.
Calling from a walkie-talkie?
Did he say 27 Niner?
Niner.
So this is why you can't be included into the category. You can be included into your average consumer category, or as I like to call them, sheeple drones. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Jesus. Boy, he's been holding that one back. You could tell.
I wanted to use it in a sense.
He's been trying to find a place to insert that all week.
I wanted to pepper it in.
All week.
Guys, can I ask you guys a personal opinion question?
I think you look good. I think you look good in a dress, Dorian, yes.
Red or blue?
Red dress, of course. Come on.
Yeah.
Right, so it's coming up holiday time. I want to buy myself, a new console. I still have the fucking original 360.
Get a new phone.
Wow.
Get a new phone.
All right. Well, debate settled. My question is, I rescind my previous statement.
No. Dorian, what were you going to ask?
Yeah.
No, I was going to ask, between you guys, I know we have some PlayStation people, some Xbox on here. I don't know too much about the Xbox One that's coming out, but I definitely love everything that I've been hearing about the PS4. I just don't know which one do you guys think? Yes, no, maybe so.
Let me ask this because Pat just went and dealt with this. The thing about the Xbox One that I'm not really sure about, the last thing I heard is that the Kinect always has to stay on.
No, all that stuff's been rescinded.
Okay.
They've all pulled it back. They're revamping Xbox Live. They have when you buy it, it automatically comes with the Kinect, so it's all like linked together. It also includes an HDMI import, so you can take your cable box and hook it up through your Xbox and run it as like a master system.
Yeah,
and have access to all of that through Xbox Live. Wireless and all that.
I thought that was cool, so they did fix the whole Xbox One, or
that would have been like
the Xbox
Apple
Kinect thing having to be open.
Yeah. So they definitely. They've definitely made a lot of improvements to what they're going to do. Add a lot more memory in there. I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty good. And I actually went tonight and went to GameStop and over here, downtown Miami, Bayside area, and I went in there and the guy actually hooked it up because tomorrow he was like, "Wow, we just got an email a couple hours ago. They're going to put out like 20 reservations of Xbox One day ones." And so he was like, and I was like, well, I can't be there tomorrow. I got to fly to Texas. He goes, okay. And he called his boss, and he figured out I bought a $100 gift card from them. And so tomorrow I'm going to call in at like 10:15, right when they open, and get my reservation down. They already talked to the manager, and they have my information. So I'm hooked up. And I've got Call of Duty Ghosts, Assassin's Creed 4, an extra controller, and a charge port that'll work for both of them.
Wow, who's a spoiled little bitch?
That's awesome.
Who's paying for it?
How much was it?
Say Pat bought that. That ain't spoiled. But
how much was it?
About the closet door.
Wow, hold on 1 second. Damn, boy. I've got a man job. I get paid, and you get pissed. What a hater. You are a hater, Nick Cubanson, if I fucking ever met one.
I have a man job, says Pat.
I'd just like to say, maybe I'm the only patriotic one here. But I'd just like to say, Pat, thank you for your service.
Appreciate you, bro. You don't have to do all that now.
But then again,
And
he
Alvy,
is
too.
in the Coast Guard.
Hey, Pat.
The rest of
Oh,
us
wow. I
are
was just about to
Cuban
compliment
descent.
Alvy, and now Alvy can go fuck himself.
The
Well,
rest
you know I'm
of
going to
us-
bomb on you.
The
dude.
other
I was
I
in the
was just
Navy.
about
I
to
mean,
say,
come on.
descent.
You know,
Pat, I
Alvy,
hope
for the
you trip and
people-
knock your 2 front teeth out.
Well, Dorian, you always feel like that. But I was to say, Alvy was also in the Navy and did some of his service himself, so give him some credit as well.
I know. I just want to make Dorian look like a dick.
That's
God,
awesome.
you know what this podcast is going to have not before long? Mike's going to get this reference, probably no one else. The fucking Krillin own counter on the corner.
Bing!
Well, every time we diss you,
Yeah, every time you diss me or every time I get seriously dissed, it's going to go on a counter. Kink, Dorian
Pissed
own.
him over 9,000.
Dorian owned 364 times just this week.
Well, I mean, you're used to it, though.
Yeah, hence the Dorian Award.
Wow, he said that with a little bit of a cry in his voice.
I know. What?
no, he
was.
didn't. I actually heard a little bit of pride.
He had a little catch in his throat.
Yeah, it cut me real deep.
Dorian, but you're like our teddy bear too. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory. Like as a kid, you know, you
Is that a
love
weight
your
reference?
teddy bear, your stuffed animal, but every now and then you
Is
might
that a
have
weight
popped one of his eyeballs off.
No,
Or wait, or
no.
is that just me?
He snored so bad that the teddy bear ran the fuck away.
Yeah, that's why Dorian's house doesn't need pest control. At nighttime, he rumbles them away like a tremor.
Boo.
Yeah, I got a boo on that one.
Wow.
Sorry.
Dick.
Me and Pat are the old Muppets. Fucking just, hey.
Oh.
No, we're the peanut gallery.
Whatever.
Pat can
No, I
surprise
like Mike's
himself.
reference. The old Muppets. That's perfect. Because that's exactly what you guys sounded like. Just boo, boo.
Have you guys heard of this? I heard it over the radio actually driving to work. This guy was so heartbroken that his girl broke up with him. He actually cut off his genitals, like when
I heard about that. Yeah.
when the paramedics came, they could not find his unit. They don't know what he did with his unit.
Wait.
So they might have been able to reattach it.
Like all three of it,
First
all
off,
three
can we not
parts
call
of
it a
his
unit?
genitals,
That's
or just his dick or his nuts.
I'm not clear. They just said unit.
Wow.
Can you reattach?
Like, was it just a castration, like the Pain Olympics style, or did he?
I don't know.
Oh, Richard, I hate you so much.
say Pain Olympics?
I just
Oh my
hate you.
Have you never seen that, Pat?
That's hilarious.
Pain Olympics.
No,
Stop.
it's just it's a
Stop
reference
it.
drop.
No more. No
Yeah.
more. That was torturous. Just watching that video, that was
Yeah.
disgusting. But no, the radio made it sound like he had taken some regular household item and lopped it off.
Dude, that's crazy. Wow.
How do you think that's gonna get back at her? You know what, bitch? Fuck you. I'm gonna lop my own dick off. What?
Do you feel like as he was doing it, he was like, "Yeah, take that."
Yeah. I
Before he
got it.
passed out from the pain.
The ironic thing would be if she came back and was like, "You guys don't even understand. For him to have chopped that dick off was like a curse to the world. It was his only excellent quality."
It was his only redeeming feature.
And then everybody's like, "Wow, I really wish he wouldn't have done that." All the ladies are like, "Damn, I might want to have tried that out."
As he passes out from the blood loss, he just looks up at the paramedics. I showed her.
Got a bottle of hydrogen peroxide as his thing, and some as his sedative, and a butcher's knife as his tool.
God, this is like hurting my soul to listen.
I know.
Yeah, Alvy, we're
I know.
gonna edit some of this.
If we didn't paint the picture well enough for you folks,
I think
The guy
they're
has no
either
penis.
cringing or kind of muting this part as they go through.
You're probably right, Matt. I'm sure.
We should
do
probably
that.
have a little waiver for this.
We should have a podcast where we just like fucking bleep each other left and right during the editing process. So it makes it sound like we're saying something much worse.
have you ever
Well,
seen
that
Who does that?
me and-
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
unnecessary censorship.
No. It was, Yeah, on one of those night shows. No, me and Rich were talking about this a couple of days ago, where we should just input like if we're gonna bleep out somebody's name or something like that, we should just input off the wall words like orange juice or
like
with shitty
this one
subs.
time Dorian was fucking orange juice, and then after that he.
that would be hilarious.
Come on, like we can just do random words. We'll do flip through the dictionary stop style random. We'll come up with some great ones that way too.
Or ones that we can't pronounce.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyways, so
Yes.
Never mind.
No, go with it.
Nope.
Mike speaks. Take two.
Well, no,
I'm pretty sure I can hear Courtney in the background there.
no. Well,
Yeah,
you guys were saying about the way it would sound if you guys edited me out. I was talking to Richard the other day and playing around.
You're
with
echoing, Steven.
Am I echoing?
Bad. Turn your volume down when your headset.
Okay, while Dorian's trying to figure this out, I extended a lifeline to Dorian yesterday, I believe it was. Or maybe it was just, no, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was just
A lifeline?
Yeah, I extended Dorian a lifeline because he, on the Facebook chat, said, hey, by the way, I still see that I don't have a bio up. And I said, yeah, I know. I was hoping that one of the other 3 guys would step up to the plate and help me out since I've been busting my ass with everything else.
wow. He's gonna call everybody out at once.
Yeah, I am.
Sorry.
And it
Wait,
hasn't happened. And I don't have the time or the, I don't know.
Wait, all 3 of
inclination
us
to-
contributed.
Yeah, I thought we were all gonna put a thought into this.
No, we did.
Yeah, well, I thought so too, but it's gone away and nothing has happened.
No,
So I
we
extended
did.
Dorian. Hold on. So I extended
It's fine.
Dorian a lifeline.
I'm gonna type my bio.
Stop. And I extended Dorian a lifeline, and he said, "Cool, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll have it to you by the end of the night." Guess what I
wow.
don't have?
Wow.
Wow.
So basically, we still have the opportunity to write his bio.
Yes.
No, I will have one with right after this podcast.
I'm pretty sure we should just go ahead and right after this podcast, if I could ask for everybody except for Dorian to stay behind, so we could throw a little idea, a little brainstorm
Yeah,
session.
and actually, I know we're going to have some listeners that'll want to give us suggestions. I mean, with the comments that I got, today and just from the podcast, if you guys have anything out there that you think we should throw into Dorian's, into his podcast, pop it on our face, get it to us somehow, basically. One of our social media sites, and just maybe a one-liner or where you think he should be born, or, any good ideas, let us know.
It's
So
kind of
does
like a
this
Mad
mean that I've actually physically shot myself in the foot again
Dorian
for
Mad,
writing
yeah.
my bio?
Yeah, for the second and or third time. I'm not
Third
even
time.
sure anymore.
Well, we still had that episode. So this isn't the first. I would say the first mistake that Dorian made with the 5 Guys Mostly Lies was what we are now referring to as episode 0, which is a mystery episode that wasn't fully pieced together because somebody, Dorian, didn't have his audio done correctly. So what we were going to do is we were going to put snippets of that episode out there, and we were going to have you guys, the listeners, fill in what Dorian actually said. Because there were times where we would just stop and there would be nothing said, and then we would just bust out laughing. Because Dorian would have said something that, supposedly was funny.
Candy bars.
Right.
Yo, can I bring up something completely random real quick when you're done with your thought, Rich?
Sure. Go do it now. It was just,
Okay. If you
That's
go to the
the one thing.
website now that Alvy's put all this time and effort into building, and you go to A Conversation of Rift, which started it all, I didn't realize this, and I was literally just looking it over as we're all talking and doing stuff, and I didn't realize that he had put this whole conversation that kind of started the whole thing. And I realized that I called Mike, the sheriff of Nottingham, when he came in and stole all of Dorian's good computer parts. So I thought I would just plug it for us and bring up that.
So we can actually say then that the first time Dorian wasn't completely set up with the audio, some of that's Mike's fault.
I don't understand how this is my fault. I didn't steal any computer parts.
Mike.
Okay, Rich, take the Logic Storm, please and thank you.
Wow,
Yes?
dead air.
And we have crickets. Okay.
Rich, you weren't going to speak there? Was there an issue with that?
I didn't.
Anyways, my audio from episode 0 was messed up. I couldn't obtain it. My computer was messed up, and I used the phone where I couldn't get my audio out.
Yeah, hence why I said earlier you need to get a new phone. Forget a new console. You need a new phone. How are you even still using an iPhone 3? Like, how is it even working? Like, I have an iPhone 4 that is shitty right now, and you have a 3 that blows my mind, sir.
It's not even a 3S. It's just a regular 3.
That's insane. Like, how does that even work?
It feels like having a pocket rotary phone. Almost.
It was a phone when Joe.
That actually would be pretty cool.
No, it wouldn't.
You know what I saw? They just
There'd be no drunk dialing. By the time you get to the fucking half
atomic watch,
give up.
wristwatch rather, atomic wristwatch with an actual cesium molecule in it.
What?
What?
You know how the atomic clock works?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cesium molecule.
Yes.
So they actually have a wristwatch now that's an atomic clock. It's awesome. You should check it out. It's online.
How much is that thing?
I don't know if it's for sale yet. You know what I'm saying?
How much did he just get paid to plug that?
Wow. 0. You're going to see me tomorrow with a brand new cesium wristwatch.
They're gonna send it to you.
Yeah. If you're listening,
This website is really it's pretty cool. I'm a fan of it, Ollie.
Thank you.
You're saying that like it's the first time you've seen it, Pat.
No,
I know.
it's just that he adds new things all the time.
Oh yeah, I'm constantly doing shit on it.
Oh look, who's a clute now? What?
And that's like I've taken this project and it is a project. I mean it's like a fucking full-time job now. And I mean I enjoy it because I enjoy doing stuff on the web, and it's not my first website I built. I built several. I mean I built one for BitBar when we had BitBar going, and I built one for my mother for her business. I mean it's enjoyable, but Jesus Christ, it takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, it's time consuming.
It's ridiculous how much time it takes, but.
And with that being said, I want to go ahead and thank you for investing that time into this crazy project.
Well, I mean, it was something that I thought we should try and at least see what we can get out of it, and so far so good. So hopefully everybody still likes it, and we're not doing this just for us now.
So, while you guys were talking about that fun stuff, thanks, Albie. I was checking the news. Does anybody remember at UC Davis that cop that pepper sprayed the students who were sitting on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
He just got $38,000 in disability for anxiety.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I just want to bring that up. John Pike, pepper spraying cop, gets $38,000 disability settlement for mental stress and anxiety.
Wow. Dude, I've been wanting to pepper spray people for a long time and get disability for it. I don't know. This bastard got to it first. Now I know it's possible.
It might not be possible after this, though.
I was at this museum in North Carolina, the Biltmore Estate, and I told the lady who was guarding the library, I was like, "Can I work here? I will proactively pepper spray people before they even come in, like, just so they don't touch anything."
Mike, not the best salesman of us all.
Why would you pepper spray anybody at the Biltmore Estate? Like, that's not the crowd that I would imagine you would have to pepper spray.
Pepper spray.
Oh, you don't even know. Those yuppies, they just sometimes need some spraying, bro.
Oh, Jesus, don't, dude. I'm in New York on the Upper East Side. Let me fucking tell you about that.
Mike, they'd be walking in like, "Oh, this looks awesome. I'm going to see the museum today." And Mike would be like,
"Oh, the
closed for you."
The pepper spray, mate.
I'm sorry, Dorian. Please stop doing accents. You have a great Spanish accent. Why don't you use it?
Because I am a Spanish guy.
Yeah, but you don't look Spanish.
I know.
The other day, some guy came into my job and started talking full-on Arabic. Like, I could not stop him and probably...
It's the beard. You switched it from Leonidas to Muslim, bro. What did you do?
I can't believe you shaved.
What, my head or the beard?
Both.
Yes. But not your balls.
God. What a bass-backwards way of living.
Actually, Rich, it's a very front way of living. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Yeah, I shaved my head one time. I don't know. I thought it was a good idea. I was looking at the TV, saw The Rock. I was like, oh, yeah, I could totally do that. Fuck yeah.
Salt Rock. Wow. So let me give you some backstory on this. We get a message from Dorian in the Five Guys Mostly Lies chat that we have, and he asks all of us our opinion on whether to shave his head. Now his girlfriend, wifey, Courtney, she had already said no to this. So key component number one, your girl says no. Probably not a good idea to shave your head. Second, all of his boys say no. Not a good idea to shave your head. Third, I just figured out you got the idea from The Rock. Boy.
Wow.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know what I was thinking, man. I had a couple of beers, and I was just enjoying myself that evening, and I was like, oh, look at that. Yes, I could totally pull that off. And I shaved it, and for
a giant muscular man. You're a round Cuban. You can imitate
short,
Oompa Loompa or
Cuban,
Humpty Dumpty better than The Rock.
Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
He had a great
off the wall.
Wow, man, that's
awesome.
And
you know what? For like 20 minutes after I shaved it, I kept looking in the mirror. I was like trying to convince myself, yeah, what a stud. Yeah, right? Wait, what?
How long did it take you to realize that, oh, fuck, this is a bad idea?
When I walked up to my son and he started screaming at the top of his lungs.
Your son's first words are going to be like, fuck.
And for those of you that don't know, my son's a month old.
He's got to be older than that.
And he's already regretting what happened.
He wants to go back where he came from.
Are you kidding me? They had to induce him to get out. We stayed there for what? Pat and I. How long did we stay there? 2 days at their house?
Yeah, and then Mike just shows up.
Yep,
Mike
Power Ranger Ninja ends on that motherfucker. Mike, that's right. Mike Ninja ends on that motherfucker. Gets to be there for the entire thing.
You know how Mike Ninja ins and out of? We already talked about this. If you haven't heard it, go back to episode 1. Quit being a clute and listen to us on episode 2.
Audience flutes? Are you kidding me?
Secondly, but yeah, Mike just ninjas into the birthing operating room. Pat and I get to miss it, even though we were there, loyal brother style. And Mike just gets to come in and get to see everything.
A loyal brother style.
No, but your son is a beautiful little baby with all 13 fingers and toes.
Wow, he couldn't even say that serious.
No, I'm excited for it. It's a new venture. I've definitely lived my fair share of adventures in my life, and this is
a new venture. Don't ever tell your kid that you said that.
Is that Doring's Corporation, aka Tristan?
Tristan Co.
I said adventure. I guess my the lisping came in and.
You are a funny one today, Dorian.
You're spick lisping.
You called yourself the word.
What? Am I not allowed to be derogatory towards myself?
No.
I don't know. I mean, you just might be turning off some of the audience from you already, and that's quick.
Ouch. Well, I'm sorry. It was meant to be funny, not a.
Pat, I think people hate you the most.
At least I know I do.
It's cruel and unusual, actually. You think
Rich is like just throwing it out there, by the way.
Did anyone see, was it JP Morgan that got, see, I'm still in the news, that JP Morgan, they settled for $13 billion for causing the crash, the almost depression?
Well, you know what, in all fairness, JP Morgan actually, they procured the companies who caused it. It wasn't JP Morgan when they got in trouble. To be honest, it doesn't really matter because $13 billion is such
a laughably, horribly small number. That
Oh yeah, pocket change.
I mean, that is half. That is JP Morgan. That is half of JP Morgan's yearly operating budget. Yearly operating budget. That's not a lot.
Was that a tuning fork in the background?
What the fuck was that?
That's that's the sound that my body makes when I get an idea.
Wow, that must have been the idea because it was the first funny thing you said.
That was beautiful. Good job. That was awesome. Like that. You know what? I was going to say that. Because Dorian, you just got to understand Dorian. Like he usually says shit and it just falls flat on its face. But that was beautiful, sir.
Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed it. But we still haven't answered what the fuck that was.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows.
All of a sudden, Dorian gets like abducted.
The aliens have come for him.
So Dorian, how is Courtney and the baby and
Everything's going fine, man. The baby seems to be growing faster than either of us expected. I think that's her German side that's kicking in. Baby's eating well by what we're reading, and I guess they tell you can't really be a book.
Dorian, you just had to be like
Now
good.
the audience is going to start to hate you.
You could have gone with good, and we would have been happy. But you decided to dive into the amount he's eating. Boy, I don't care.
Wow.
Good.
You just cut off Dorian's
I wasn't chosen as the Godfather. I don't have to know these things. Pat, you're up.
Well, if he's got Dorian's appetite, then God help him.
Yeah, he's saying this like he's surprised. I'm like, this came from Dorian's sperm. Of course it's going to eat a lot.
And I'm going to go ahead and change. First of all, probably you shouldn't call it an it.
I mean, it's an object, it's a baby, but it's an it, he, it, I don't know, whatever.
I think it's a he.
He, that works.
I mean,
Jesus.
it's not a hermaphrodite or something. I mean, it's like it is a specific gender.
Well, at first it was a girl, and then inside everybody thought it was a girl when they did the first scan or whatever, and then it
Mike
turned
Ninja
into a
Power,
boy.
stop. Mike Ninja Power Ranger Ninja Bike. Fuck.
Wow. And speaking of which, did anybody know that Dorian's tune when we all Facebook and have that little message go on is the Power Rangers? That's nuts.
Wow. I wonder whose phone that was.
Zordon.
Jesus.
Oh, for anyone who's too young to know, that's from the 90s.
That's from
Okay, Dorian, we're good with the Power Rangers.
God, my last girlfriend was born in the 90s.
I was just thinking that Mike's going to have to start having like a little break sessions where all he says is, in the news today. Like 2 or 3 times.
Mike's
Actually, Albie, that'd be a great thing if, like, just smack dab in the little conversation, you edit in a in the news today. Just like some depressing ass news, and then shoot back to the banter. Like 7 million died today.
That would actually kind of be funny.
Yeah, I thought like just completely not having anything to do with anything. So yeah, Pat, what were you? How long were you on that cutter?
A couple days.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing really else to tell about that. I did not
story.
enjoy it, so it's all good.
And I like how you ended it Forrest Gump style.
I did.
I don't have much to say about that.
Yeah. Life was like a box of chocolates.
So wait a minute, you're in the Coast Guard and you didn't enjoy your time on the cutter. How does that fucking work?
No. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the people. Like I love where I work. When I go to work, I like the people I work with. It works out well. But
explain this to me because I'm kind of, I guess, dumb in it all. Like, you're stationed in Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you do in Miami? You're not on a cutter.
All right, so we just had a dropped call. I'm going to need everybody to reapply their buffs so I can go tank this boss. Nerds.
Yeah, Alvi, I need you to hotbar your spell icon to the first space when you hit plus, please.
There's a 0.333 chance that this is going to end in failure.
Stan, take this sword, Stan.
Dorian, get us hot pockets.
And hold the toilet for me.
And take Cena Warrior.
And what?
Was that? Hold up, everybody stop.
Dave
Richard,
Cena.
you giant geek. Was that a core reference?
May have been.
Did you just reference the core?
Good man. Mike's the only one who got it. And yes, this is what I'm talking about. Mike, you're the only one that I think can rival my dorkiness with the crazy references. How did you see that coming with the Xenotapes and Hot Pockets, sir?
I have a question.
Did we lose Mike?
I don't know.
I told him to minimize his porn before he got on and slow down his computer.
I think if Mike stops jerking it off, like his fan falls off or something.
It's kind of like I saw an episode of Futurama, and it was the first episode that Futurama, when they left Fox and they came to Cartoon Network. It was hilarious, man. They all got reborn again into the new show, and Bender, the doctor the scientist, I can't think of his name. He put a core inside of Bender, and anytime Bender stopped moving, the core would overheat to the point that he was going to explode. So Bender had to keep like partying and moving and shit. It was hilarious. And that reference just brought that to my head, that Mike has to keep moving or he's gonna explode. I don't know. So anyways,
by moving, you mean jacking off.
Whatever, right? So
wow, Dorian, thanks for explaining the joke out there for us.
Yeah, thanks. I don't think it needed explanation, but thanks.
No, it did.
So going back to what happened, what I was asking before the whole thing dropped was, so Pat. Is Pat with us?
I'm with you.
Okay, cool. So you're down in Miami with the Coast Guard. You're not on a cutter, is that correct?
Is this somehow Dorian's fault?
It probably is.
Welcome back, Mike.
Thank you. Did everybody get booted, or was it just me that time?
That was just
you.
Is it somehow my fault?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Check.
Pack of wolves just jumped on the beat.
Okay, so anyways, so what exactly do you do in Miami?
The last 3 years that I've been here, I was mostly a comms watchtender, which means we take the calls, like the distress calls that come over the radio. We deal with different things over there on that side, but you're basically like focused on the radio. Somebody has to be in the room all the time, 12-hour watches. The schedule's not bad. I really enjoy it. Pretty good people I work with. We get, it's really busy. We get busy, things happen. We're pretty, a lot busier than some other sectors. So to come here first and be like the first place I worked, it's been a really good experience about just making sure that I can handle a busy workload and be quality what I'm doing. And that's kind of cool. And then,
that's cool.
Okay, and then right now I work as it's called a situation unit, and basically our job is to get all the different positions, put everything together, basically keep the common operational picture of the area that we patrol, in there, and keep it all updated.
Cool. So then, what did you have to go to the cutter for?
Can I summarize what Pat just said?
Mm-hmm.
He catches Cubans. So we should half hate him.
Wow.
I think it's a little more than that.
Wait, say what?
No. So, anyways, so what did you have to go to the cutter for?
Oh, I had to go to the cutter for quals I had from when I was on the cutter as a non-rate, and they needed it, and so I got called in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that was really it. So it was a couple days. It wasn't a big deal. But
so you were basically just filling a billet then. Exactly.
That's all it was. They needed me for a couple of days, so it didn't affect anything. And then I'm going on leave. I'm going to Texas for my baby cousin's bat mitzvah, a little 13-year-old. So we're going there. It's going to be a good weekend. Her dad's throwing a good little shindig for it. So, so I'll be out. That's why,
What the hell, dude?
Oh my God, Dorian, are you being funny again?
Twice in one show.
I like it.
Okay.
I'll give you a C+ on that one.
And so apparently my trying to figure out what Pat actually does was boring everybody. So
Wow.
Pat.
He defends this goddamn country, Alvy, and that's all you need to fucking know.
Yeah. That's what we'll put it as. Patrick
Nice.
Strickland, American hero. Next topic.
America, fuck yeah.
America!
God, you guys are really the biggest bunch of assholes.
You know what I was actually waiting for? I was waiting for Pat to go.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Pat to go, yeah, you're right.
Hey, Mike,
You think that's what he shouts when he catches the Cubans out in the water? America! Fuck yeah!
I don't know if he does it as bad as that, Dorian.
Wow.
Because that was...
Just brutal.
Good Lord, he did nothing but just murder his soul with that comment right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So speaking about the fat boy, I went to Arby's today, right?
Golly.
You're gonna die. You're gonna
And
die.
Crunchy onions
And
with
I
extra
knew they
salt.
would jump on it, but let me just say something. Arby's has this new sandwich. Hands down the best fast food burger I've ever eaten. It has
smoked
Arby's sauce on it and extra crispy onions, roast beef, and it's soaked in au jus sauce.
And when we say that Richard gets extra au jus sauce, it's basically covered from head to toe in sauce. When he comes back, he eats one of them, and then he just sits there with his stomach distended like he's a fucking snake.
You want to hear? You want to hear, Fat Boy?
Snake.
Here's Fat Boy. Denny's stuffed French toast.
Wow.
White chocolate stuffing with white chocolate shavings on top, covered in blueberry syrup.
See, that doesn't even sound normal. I mean, that goes beyond.
Oh, wait, and I forgot the topping. They have shredded bacon on top of it, too.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, Pat. So this brings up... This,
He said he's
Pat.
literally getting fatter while he's on the phone right now.
like, he actually started getting short of breath when he was talking.
You could literally hear the excitement in his voice when he described that stuffed French toast dessert to you.
And his deviated septum kicked in.
And instead of having like coconut or something else on top, it had to be shaved bacon.
Shaved applewood bacon.
Well,
So-
I'm not sure if you can hear me judging you right now, but that's
Pat, speaking of that, it brings me to a whole other point. So when Dorian dies and you kind of become Tristan's father, can I be the second godfather? Because that seems pretty inevitable at this point.
What happened to Pat?
What the fuck was that?
Pat, you sound like you're inside a whale's vagina. Come out.
Pat likes to stick his microphone in his nose.
What are you guys talking about?
There you go.
That's
I
better.
asked you, when Dorian dies from a fucking coronary, can I be the second godfather after you get control of Tristan?
Okay, so you guys didn't hear me, but I said, no way, you're not reliable. It would definitely be Rich.
You guys know my girlfriend will still be alive if I have a
I was going to
coronary.
say, wait a minute, there's still another person involved here.
Yeah, my girlfriend will still be alive if I have a coronary, guys.
Dorian.
Yes.
Wow. Fail. Take that
die-
shit right on out.
If you die and
I will
I'm
pass.
still single, I will fulfill your sexual roles to
Oh
Courtney.
my god.
Oh my God.
Conversation just got weird.
It just got really weird.
And Richard,
And the
As-
truth himself.
as a brother, I will film it.
Thank you, Mike.
You're
Mike knows what I'm talking about. This is bro stuff. Like we have pacts also. Like when you die, I'll scrub all the porn off your computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
and then
That I agree with, but
you can put worse
yeah,
porn
I
on your
don't know.
computer.
I mean, just think about who else it might be. It might be like one of her guy friends. That sucks.
Yeah, that would suck too, I guess.
Yeah, I would totally let you have slept with
Dorian,
people if I died.
stop agreeing with Richard.
Yeah, and-
I think what would suck over the overall is the coronary.
You won't remember it.
Wow. Dorian still actually thinks this is happening to him. I mean, he literally thought about the bacon pieces clogging his arteries as you said that, Pat. And it became real in his soul.
No, actually, he's actually having the coronary right now, and he's slowly fading out.
Furthermore, if I would have known that, because he would have taken it even further. When I said I would sleep with his girlfriend, instead of taking it as a joke, he actually pictured me sleeping with Courtney. So I can see why this turned into something weird. My bad.
Sleeping with Courtney with bacon shavings all over you.
As a disclaimer, I would never sleep with Courtney otherwise, because Dorian already has. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, you can't sleep with your boy's girl after he's done with it, unless that person is dead.
He's dead, yeah. I don't double dip,
There
but
is
if
a
you're
death
dead,
clause. We have a death clause.
Yeah, there's a death clause. Come on. Everybody
We're
knows
fucking.
this. Yes.
I'm just
So
saying.
you get upon death, you and me can't be Eskimo brothers.
Exactly. You guys are starting to get it.
Good drop. With
That is,
yes,
I have never heard that before.
Oh, that's
You've never heard that? Get on the lead, boy.
The straight voice.
Mike.
No. I've never heard that exact statement before, Dorian. I've never heard. So upon death, we can be Eskimo brothers. I've never heard that before.
And with that conversation, we lost 15 people.
Oh yeah.
We lost the rest of it.
Everybody.
1,000 more.
See,
That should be the title for this section: offending everyone equally.
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, we kind of dragged on topics in that first one, but we definitely came out the gates on this one. And
When you've known somebody since before middle school, you get waivers, and you use them every now and then.
I'd like a back rub if anyone wants to do that one for me.
oh, fuck that, not me.
I got you, Mike.
Thank you.
You call about those apartments in New York, and when I stay down there to look at them, I'll give you a back rub on the daily. You get a coupon a day.
And a Dutch rudder.
Yeah, and of course, you get as many of those as you want. Those are infinite. only double Dutch rudders though.
Not gay.
Wow.
It's not gay. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, exactly.
So how funny was this morning's picture in the group chat this morning?
Oh God, guys.
So for everybody out there that isn't privy to this, my girlfriend, we went shopping yesterday, food shopping at Publix, and she found these sunglasses, and they are the most ridiculous things I have ever seen. And they're like kids' sunglasses, and connecting like where the nose is, there's two little chains hanging, and there's a fake mustache on it.
I thought you were talking about the other picture, but
Yeah, I thought you were.
yeah, equally as funny picture.
What was the other picture?
Oh. I'm not bringing it up per somebody might be listening to said podcast.
Okay, I'll have to go back and
No,
look
but
at
I
it.
mean, we should bring it up. I just said I'm not bringing it up, so who's bringing it up? I'm thinking Dorian.
No, Dorian.
Crickets. He says no. He's not.
I'm a little lost, so I'm actually retracing steps to look at said picture.
No, man, I thought we were talking about the one that Albie posted. So what's the other picture?
Oh wow, Mike, you're out. Oh wow, Mike, you're gonna love the other picture.
Now
Okay.
I do love the one that Kim posted. It made me laugh so hard, I actually spit coffee out onto the table where a group of us were working, and everyone just gave me that, what the fuck look?
It was hilarious. I was dying.
That moment when you're the only one in the office laughing because you just read something alone.
I have a confession. The picture that Kim posted, I only saw the bottom of it. So I only saw the picture. I didn't see any of the text attached to it. I thought, never mind. Kim?
Wow. Alvy wants to murder you right now, and you didn't even say anything.
What?
Never mind. So what's the other picture we're talking about then?
Wow, you're an asshole.
Oh, I know what picture you're talking about.
Where's the other picture?
You got to go to about 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I was up late, guys.
That picture.
Yes, I'm looking
Yeah.
at it right now.
Okay. So
Dorian,
this
have
is-
you referenced it yet?
I'm not seeing it.
I'll get Mike in on the topic. The picture is of a long lost friend, and I use air quotes when I say friend, that just got a chest tattoo,
Oh,
both
God.
nipples pierced.
Nope, I saw that.
That is the one we're talking about, right?
Yeah, you got it out here on the nose.
I had repressed it, and now it's unrepressed.
Yeah.
That kind of goes into the category of shit you can't unsee.
Oh my God!
What
is
the
it?
fuck was he thinking?
Wait, I want to hear Dorian describe this because Dorian has the hate.
Hold on. First of all, does anybody know what it says?
It's something in Italian.
It's something in Italian. I couldn't really read it. It's all shiny and everything, but
It's all shiny.
What a great adjective!
Continue.
Go ahead, Dorian.
it just was. I don't know. I couldn't make it out. I know that it was Italian, but that's about it. I couldn't tell. I tried to translate it. I couldn't translate it.
But it's
just a bundle of words. They are
so much as it is. It like wraps from shoulder to shoulder, doesn't it? From like clavicle to clavicle.
Yeah.
No, I think it's actually like armpit to armpit. Like it's like a cross.
No, it's not armpit to armpit. I'm looking at it right now. It's clavicle to clavicle.
Okay.
And the whole chest is shaved except for this little like center landing strip.
So why are we bringing up what's the point of bringing up this picture?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, talk about comedy in a single image, but I mean, we could switch it up.
Richard, you should make that your Skype profile picture.
Just to make Pat feel better.
Well, I like the battle owl and Pat's. Oh, Pat.
I'm gonna make that the Five Guys Mostly Lies picture.
Pat, you changed your masturbator picture on Skype.
Put your masturbator back.
This is all conversation almost that was in the long lost episodes of Five Guys Mostly Lies.
Long lost episodes.
It's already long lost.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, Dorian has the flutiest job I've ever heard of.
Dorian, what is your cluty?
Yeah, what is this job that you have that you hate, but yet you don't want to lose?
And do anything in.
I don't know if I want to address that. I like my job. I enjoy getting. It's just we have our frustrating days and that's all I'll say about that.
Okay,
Again, don't do accents.
That one was really bad.
Yeah, what I don't. Dorian,
Yeah.
why do you try and do accents?
I don't know, man. It's always I've sucked at it since before I was trying, but it was.
Dorian, what the hell did
Dorian,
you try and
can
say?
you just learn English first? I mean, worry about the accents later. What was that you said?
He's wiping, jacking off.
Pages.
So along with Dorian's horrible accents, he does not know how to use punctuation very well.
Yeah, and it gets him into trouble.
A lot.
Yeah, some things are. I need to start using punctuation.
I take it in the face.
Today he said something epic. It was amazing. He said he meant to put a question mark, but instead he just said, "I like to take things on the face."
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Question mark.
Question mark. You guys were trying to. I didn't know who you guys were trying to insult. So instead of saying I like, it just came out all wrong. And I noticed it after it was saying sending, and I was like, God, there's got to be a way to cancel this.
Nice.
Did anyone see the news time? Did anyone see this poor college football player who got shot by the cops?
Oh.
He wrecked his car went to the nearest house to get help.
Oh, that's old. God, that's like a month old.
A month old. Oh, yeah, when it actually happened. But now it's the cops walked right by his bodies, and like I'm saying there was like
he had more than one body. Like, I'm sorry.
I know, right?
What had happened was,
yeah.
Mike, that's like the third time that you've come on and you've given us like a little news feed. I think every time you speak, we should just start the dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. That's going to be your whole session. You're just going to be the info guy coming through on the podcast.
Oh, I need to get like a weatherman voice or something going
like
on.
Like an actual RSS feed. We can call it Mike RSS.
The Klein Report.
Yeah. Today in the Middle East.
That's awesome.
But I'm not allowed to speak in regular conversation. But the only way I can speak is like, and now back to Clutie McDorian. Dorian?
Clutie McDorian. He comes off the sleeve.
Which is also a delicious sandwich.
What?
Wait,
Homer, use the open face club. The sand wedge.
Mike just can't resist sometimes saying that one extra comment that he should not say.
Yeah. That last one.
Dorian, I know you've been on key tonight, but usually you are right up there with me making those fucking comments.
Oh, that's true. He runs that shit.
Alvy, lead us. Where shall we go next?
Well, I don't know. I think here's everybody wanted to hear us personally, right? So this is what they're getting, and
keep doing it.
I think it's working. I don't know that.
I don't know if I didn't like your tone of voice right there.
Basically, Mike, go fuck yourself. Quit breaking up the conversation and asking about topics and throw something out there like a man. I think it's what Alvy wanted to say.
So I stood in line at midnight.
Did I translate that?
I stood in line at midnight to get Pokemon from my daughter, and the game is just
not for his daughter.
No, it's for my daughter.
Repeat that, Mike. Repeat that.
I said I stood in line at midnight the other day to get Pokemon for my daughter, and the game is just fantastic.
Yeah, so Mike, what he actually did was get Pokemon for himself. That he's going to then re-gift to his daughter.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wow.
So anyways, speaking of that, isn't it interesting that still, like, our kids now are playing or watching the cartoons, I guess remakes of what we grew up with? The other day I had made a reference, not the other day, this was actually a while back, I'd made a reference, and the kid was younger than me. I made a reference to Ninja Turtle. I was like, oh, you wouldn't know what that is. You know, it's the fucking Ninja Turtles. And he's like, no, dude, I love the Ninja Turtles. They're on TV. I was like, what do you mean they're on TV? They're not fucking on TV. I was like,
yeah, they got, yeah.
So you're talking to some little kid and you're like, it's fucking on TV? Like, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You are.
No, but then again, Dorian, I went to
Comic-Con.
Hey,
you little fucker. You don't know what it is.
I went to Comic-Con the other week.
TV.
Guys, I went to Comic-Con the other week, and nobody knew who my character was.
What'd you
Who did you go as?
I went as Sid Highwind from Final Fantasy VII.
And nobody got the reference.
Fine, on the second day, so a group of people who were also cosplaying as Final Fantasy characters got it.
Wow.
But like even this other kid who got it after them was like, wow, that's old school. And I was like, fuck.
No, I knew I was getting old one time when I was working. I was working at the bar, and dude, all of a sudden, I was working some day shift, and this little 18-year-old girl comes in, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I just got done babysitting last night." I was like, "Oh, okay," and I had made a Beetlejuice reference, and when I made a Beetlejuice reference, she didn't know who it was.
Wow.
And I was like, "Excuse me?"
Well, that reminds me of, you remember Back to the Future 2, where he goes in to the same, little soda shop or whatever, and there's that same arcade game with the gun, and he's like, "Oh, you guys want to see me do this?" And he shoots it up, and the kids are like, "You mean you got to use your hands?"
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Great reference.
That's how we're gonna be like with our kids. We're gonna be like, yeah, like Dorian and I. We sometimes still talk about the old school NES, Nintendo, Mario 3, and we were rocking that shit out, old school style back in the day. Now my brothers look at it and they're like, "Wait, what is that little block right there? Oh, yeah. That's your character, bro."
Oh, speaking of Mario 3, Mike, that video you put in the chat today was hilarious, sir.
Oh, that's Game Grumps.
Oh my god, that's hilarious! I got to check that out more often.
My daughter. Stop. My daughter, I have a Super Nintendo at my place in Tampa, and I have Super Mario World for it. One of the greatest games of all time. And I got her to play it, and she looks at me, she's like, "Daddy, how do you super jump?" And I'm like, "There's no super jump, you jump." She's like, "Well, how do you backflip?" I'm like, you you can jump backwards. She's like, no, but backflip. And I'm like, no. She goes, Daddy, I keep dying. I'm like, I know, you have to
be good.
Get better.
You have to not suck.
He's like, this is too hard. I'm like, you're on level, no bullshit. I was like, you're on level 2. 2.
Wow.
Wow.
You're just not a good father.
But then she got past level 2 and immediately died in level 3.
Oh, boy. Mike the whole time's taunting her like, God, you suck.
Bro, I still, I don't know. I made the joke reference one time hanging out with friends, and I could tell the age difference because the kids that wouldn't laugh and the kid that would laugh, like the DVD wasn't working or the CD wasn't working for the Xbox, but it wasn't reading the game. And, you know, I from the couch was like, you know, just blow on it like we used to. And some people used to laugh. Some people started laughing, and then some people didn't laugh, and they're like, I don't get it. And I was like, never mind, man.
Wow.
You know what this made me think of? Remember my giant DVD collection?
Yes.
Dorian.
Man, that didn't really pan out, did it?
Yeah, we knew from the beginning that was a terrible idea. And you kept going until it hit Blu-ray level. And then you were like, finally, like, fuck it.
Remember, I even had those sharper image rotating DVD things.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Towers that held like 500 DVDs, and they rotate. They were eventually broken in some drunken.
Oh yeah, they would be like, Nr. They would get too heavy on the back end. They'd be like, Nr.
So going off of Mike's Comic-Con reference earlier, Rich and Pat, Rich and Pat went to Comic-Con here in Tampa, and we went early. We went, what was it, Thursday, right? Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
It was a Thursday, and it was like the opening day, and it was kind of a weak showing, but we met this dude who was an author of this book, and Rich's dad had actually read the book and told him about this book like a week before that show, and we actually met this author, and cool dude. But have you guys read his book?
What was the book?
I'm on it right now. Yeah, but I was just the way we came about it was interesting too.
What was the name of the book?
Wool. It's really cool, Mike. It's posted. Let me get into that in a sec. But we walk up to this table, and you know how Comic-Con. If you haven't been to a Comic-Con yet, get your life together, spend the $20 and do yourself a favor, go see a Comic-Con. But if you have been to one, you'll know that there's not too many what you would call like regular booths. You know, they don't look like trade show booths. Like everybody set something cool up. Anyway, we see one regular booth. It's just like a book booth, right? You know,
it's not even a booth. It was a table.
It was a table with books on it. That's all it had, and a laptop, and this dude. And
but
so
the dude wasn't
talking.
sitting there.
Yeah, the dude wasn't sitting there at first. So I was talking, and I was telling Albie and Pat, and I said, I was like, yo, guys, I was looking at getting this book, Wool, you know, because my pops had talked about it. And, you know, I was basically kind of giving a story of the book and how he said it was a really good book. And all of a sudden, from behind us pops this guy, and he goes, you know, it's really good to hear that. You know, just a perspective from nowhere. I'm like, oh, you're obviously the author. So we ended up meeting this author, like Albie said. But yeah,
he
really
actually
cool
kind of crept up on us.
Yeah, he crept up on us out of nowhere, and it was it was so odd, but it was cool all at the same time because this guy we sat there for a good, I don't know, probably 45 minutes or so and talked to this dude. And the dude was he was wicked cool. And he was telling us a story about how the book came about. And he was working at a bookstore in Palm Beach or something like that. He was living in like a 800 square foot apartment with his then girlfriend. And he had written a couple of other books and nothing really took off. He sold them on Amazon and nothing really happened. But then he wrote Wool. And he actually wrote it as a short story.
No, he wrote a bunch of short.
Well, yeah, but he started off with just one. He started off with one short story. It was probably 20 pages long or so, and he put it on Amazon, and it went through the roof, and people just started downloading this book and like commenting to him saying, "Hey, you know, when are we going to get more? When are we going to get more?" And so he ended up writing. The rest, ends up being 5 short stories that made this first book, and it took off. And this guy's like number 1 or number 2 bestseller, like New York bestseller, New York Times bestseller in sci-fi and all kinds of weird shit, all within the span of, what was it, guys, like a year or something like that?
Yeah, and it was quick.
And this dude, like, he's in the back of Comic-Con on a table
That's it.
Didn't have a pen. Didn't have
steel chair. Didn't have bags.
Didn't have bags.
He said he didn't have a pen though. I mean,
the funny part about it was he didn't have he like put this shit together and brought books, like his own books from his own like house that he had to sell. He brought those to the show. Like he didn't even have his publisher give him books for the show. He brought his own stash, and like we're sitting there talking to this guy. This guy's the New York Times bestseller.
Multi-millionaire at this point.
Yeah, and he's in the back of Comic-Con. It's like, dude, what are you doing back here? Like, you should be up front. Like, what the hell is going on here? It's like a weird alternate universe at Comic-Con Tampa.
But it was kind of cool though, because, you know, he was this perfect, you know, everyday, worked at a bookstore kind of guy that overnight became this millionaire, and thankfully, at least not as of yet, has changed him, you know, any different than he was before. I mean, this guy, like Albie said, he was so disheveled that, I mean, between the three of us, I think we purchased 9 books. We're like, hey, you know, to sign the books, do you have a pen? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, can we get some bags? You know what? I didn't bring bags. And we're like, God, dude, you know, I think we joked him at one point. We're like, man, you just did not come prepared, did you, sir?
Well, the funny part about it was too, is not only that, like, not only did he not come prepared, he wasn't even going to be there the whole weekend. Like, he was leaving Saturday because he had to be in New Zealand for a book signing.
Yeah.
Because they were releasing his book in New Zealand. It was like, what are you doing here, man? This is so fucking weird, man. But it was a really cool story, and but yeah, I've gotten about halfway through the first book, and it's crazy good, man. It's crazy good.
It is. It really is.
It's just a different angle on a post-apocalyptic kind of storyline, but yeah, it's trippy, man. Really trippy.
Yeah, the guy writes another book, which I thought was interesting. He writes a zombie book, right? But he writes it from the perspective of the zombie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've seen a few stories like that. They're pretty good. I always like that. They're pretty enjoyable.
Mike, you're one of her.
No, that was an agreeer.
That could be considered aggressive affirmation.
Yeah, that was definitely.
That's cool, man. Like that'd be an interesting read. Like, so I mean, like, how does a book like that read though?
I don't know. I haven't looked at that one at all.
Mike, you've read one.
It depends. There's a few of them. There's the majority of them.
He's read one.
A lot of times they like to do it where you don't know that you're actually reading from the zombie's perspective until the end. Some of them do like where there's still a person going on inside the zombie, but they just don't have any control and whatnot.
Oh wow!
And some I have this huge book of zombie stories, and one of them is just like, nah, we're zombies. I'm gonna eat some flesh. What's up? Like, just like that level. They're really interesting. Yeah. If you ever go to Spooky, Alvy, there's so many authors there that do such good.
You guys would like Spooky. If you guys like horror movies and stuff, like me and Mike have gone, and I mean we've seen. Pat's actually gone too. I don't know if Richard's gone. You haven't gone, right?
I went to Spooky.
Is it like a Comic-Con for horror?
It's the largest horror festival on the East Coast.
Where is it at? Or is it just like
in Orlando?
Like a traveling? Oh, it's in Orlando.
Yep.
When is it?
It's actually
there's one re-edition coming up. Yep, this weekend.
Halloween, and then there's one in May called Mayhem, which is smaller, but I think Mayhem is more fun.
It's this weekend actually. Spooky's this weekend, I believe.
I know, and I can't go. I can't go because I'm an old fart, and I have to take Riley trick or treating.
No, that's next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, Thanksgiving's not even until Thursday.
Thanksgiving. You mean Halloween.
Wow,
wow, dude. Wow.
All right.
You're fast forward.
No, bro, Thanksgiving is until Thursday.
I hate you, It just so happens that Thanksgiving and Halloween.
Can you tell who's hungry, and maybe the fat one of the group?
You want a turkey sandwich?
Oh, I mentioned Thanksgiving, so
fuck candy. I'm skipping straight to the turkey.
I don't want a Reese's cup. I want a turkey. That's awesome. Yeah, so wait, so trick-or-treating is next weekend, not this weekend.
Spooky's on Halloween.
No, it's not.
Guys, I think we should do a podcast on Halloween and call up places to trick-or-treat and see what the response is.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Spooky is this weekend, by the way, guys, because it's the.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
No, we're not kidding you.
Shut up,
Halloween
Albie.
is Thursday, damn it. No, you shut up. You got your calendar all fucked up, sir.
All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I have business.
I think Mike just realized he might have bought a ticket a week early.
Yeah, Spooky's is.
I realized that I'm coming in on the 25th.
Yeah, you can make it in time for Spooky because trick or treating is not till Thursday.
Coming in on Friday?
No, yeah, trick or treating is. I really thought it was on Halloween. Hasn't it been on Halloween usually?
Yes, yeah, but the thing is, the 31st usually falls on a Friday or Saturday. This time it's on a Thursday, so they do it the weekend before.
Are you guys gonna dress up this Halloween?
For Spooky, I am.
I was thinking of going as Charlie Sheen, just with like a bottle of wine, a cigarette, and some sunglasses, and naked the rest of the way.
Yeah, that hasn't been done before.
You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking of doing David Hasselhoff, just drunk in the middle of the floor trying to eat cheeseburger and
Hamburgers. No, you know what sucks is I'm working Halloween. Look, I did the Thanksgiving reference like Pat did. Yeah. I got to fly on Halloween Day, dude. That sucks.
Ouch.
That sucks to fly on Halloween.
Yeah, I did. I remember. Dude, do you not remember last year that I had to fly Halloween Day? Do you not remember that, Rich?
All I know is I'm probably going to miss Pumpkin Flan because you're not going to be around.
Like, dude,
all that really matters.
To go back to that story, last year we had Bit Bar open, and we planned on having this big, crazy Halloween party. And I got up, like I worked the bar the night before, so I was up, till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I got home, I went to sleep, and I woke up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I did probably my best makeup job I've ever done. And it was like a badass, like face melting zombie. It was badass. I got pictures of it, but it was freaking awesome. So I show up to the bar at 11 to open up, and I'm decked out full zombie. And I don't know. We opened at 11, and by 1 o'clock that afternoon, I got a phone call saying I had to be at the airport at 7 because we were flying out. And we had originally the original schedule was we were going to fly out the next day. So I had to call Rich, wake his ass up, and be like, "Dude, you've got to come to the bar. I've got to go home. I got to change. I got to get all this shit off me so I can go to work." And so Rich shows up, and I literally went home, showered, got all that shit off me, changed, and then hauled ass to the airport because I had to fly out that night. And
I told him he should have just flown as a zombie. The great thing was, if he crashed, he would have already had the look.
Well, it's funny because the guy I fly with, we're both, this year again, we're going to fly out on Halloween Day. And me and the guy that I fly with are like, dude, we should just dress up anyways and show up to the airport in costume and just be like, what? This is what we do.
Yep.
I don't know how much my boss would like that, but I think it'd be fun.
Man, he wouldn't care.
No, I don't think he would, but you never know.
Okay, guys. Mike, are you still on the line?
Yeah.
So are you going to Spooky, sir?
I want you to shut the hell up while I work this out.
Okay. Secondly, guys, tell me what's a good costume for me. And,
Mike, if you're going to Spooky, buy me a ticket and I'll pay you back. Well, I'll go.
Nice.
Even if you don't have tickets, you can still come. You can still come at night and party and drink your asses off.
Yeah, but I want to do it all day. Don't be a clute. I'm close.
Working on it.
You stay at my place.
Guys, help me here. What's a good costume for me and the little man? Should it be? Should I be Dr. Evil and he could be Mini-Me from Austin Powers?
No.
I could be Chewbacca. He could be Yoda.
No.
Or we should be a trio. He could be Zero, the dog from Nightmare Before Christmas, and I could be Jack, and then Sally.
No. You should be.
No, God, they blasted every idea you came with.
You're all terrible.
You should be the dude from The Hangover with the baby thing and have the son in your shit. That's what you should be.
Well,
Zach,
there you are, Dorian.
you want me to be Zach Galifianakis?
Yes.
You are definitely his size.
Beard.
No, and you're his size.
And you're his size.
That is your costume, sir.
All right. Well, I guess I'll work on looking like I constantly am hungover and.
Yeah, I mean that's you've got the live baby.
Aren't
like
you
that's
drinking
the best
a beer
part
right
about
now?
Possibly. I may or might not be drinking a beer. I will.
So you're already training for the role.
I guess so.
I saw a funny costume today. This guy had gone to Home Depot, and he took a bunch of those Home Depot paint strips that were strips of gray, and he like taped them all over his shirt, and he went as 50 Shades of Grey.
It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something like that.
Guys, speaking of beer, listen. Did you hear about this German guy? Or I think he's German. He ate only sausage and drank, on average, 6 or more beers for 30 days and lost 20 pounds.
You would put on 100.
Yeah, that's shenanigans.
Yeah.
I call shenanigans right away because
I don't know.
There's no way that's possible, sir. There's no way.
I read it on my Google feed the other day when I was looking through the news.
So it's on the internet.
So it's on the internet, so it's got to be right.
Is this another Connecticut School of College?
No, it was Connecticut College.
Or Connecticut, whatever the hell it was, yeah.
The Oreo was a true study.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Bad boy.
No, it was done by Connecticut College.
Have you ever seen Dorian Gutierrez inhale a sleeve of Oreos? It's like nothing else you've ever seen in your entire life.
Well, have you ever seen the movie The Coneheads and how they eat sub sandwiches? Dorian does the same thing with the whole sleeve of Oreos. It's just like,
It's funny, man. It sucks because once again, for another year, this will be my 3rd year in a row, I'm missing Guavaween again.
It sucked the 2 times we went before, remember?
Dude, me and Kim went.
Old pervs.
Dude, me and Kim went, was it 3 years ago, and we had a blast.
What was that time that we went with Sarah?
When is Guavaween?
It's the weekend after Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can still potentially go.
Yeah, you guys could go for sure.
No.
I want to go to
Dorian.
Fantasy Fest in Key West.
Yeah,
Dorian,
I do too.
you have a kid that's a month old. Why are you going to Halloween craziness?
Yeah, Dorian, you can't go to Halloween.
No, I know.
Be quiet, Daddy.
It was a bad idea to begin with.
Yeah, no, me and Kim went like 3 years ago. We had a blast, dude. We went as I cut a mohawk into my head. And
God, you have an awesome girlfriend. Tell her to get friends and hook us up.
Get friends like she has none.
like she has none, right?
I mean, that are chicks, you know.
Oh, what an asshole.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
God, just keep digging your grave more, sir.
I'm saying I've never met one of Kim's friends that's a chick. The only guys that I've met that were her friends were at the Super Bowl party, and it was a guy. And if I have met a chick of Kim's friend, or wow, I have met one that is a chick that's hot. I mean, there's a lot of technical shit I gotta say here. You know what I'm saying? Then they weren't good looking. So I mean, I'm just saying. Let's put
it this way.
Kim's gonna listen to this and she's gonna kill you.
Talking about Kim.
I want to hear what she has to say. She's never introduced me.
God, just shut up, Flute Boy, and let somebody talk.
Pat, your microphone's too quiet. Nobody can hear you anyway.
Oh wow, that's such bullshit.
There you go. Pat, you have a tendency to let your pelican go down to where your microphone is.
I have a tendency to wear my heart on my sleeve.
I have a history of losing my shirt.
Damn it, I couldn't think of the next line.
It's been 1 week, actually.
Did I look at you?
What were you going to say, Pat?
I'm just about to murder Rich. I was going to say, if he keeps talking shit about Kim, the mustache warrior is going to come over there and beat his ass.
The mustache?
I can talk shit to Kim because that's
Techno
what we
Viking
do.
will be forced to come out.
We have Key West blood together, Kim and I. You guys don't even know about that shit. Exactly.
That sounds weird.
Say nothing.
It does kind of sound weird.
Alvy, don't get
When's the last time you were in Key West?
It's been like a year.
Lies.
I think that's a lie.
Yeah,
What?
definitely a lie.
No, it's been about a year. I definitely went on that cruise. That was only 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, you did do Key West on that one. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like, what, 4 hours?
No, we went all day.
Oh, you were all day in
Yeah.
Key West?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Which, by the way, that brings me to another point. We got to do a cruise, man.
Boy, guys, if we can do a cruise, I mean...
we could podcast from the cruise.
They're going to do it again?
God, yes.
We should, even this far out, we should see if we can go in Coachella.
I'll go anywhere. I love cruises. Actually, I've only been on one, but
yeah, I will.
when I was patient.
I refer back to that I have a 1-month-old, so...
yeah, you also have like 7,000 relatives.
And you have cruise daycare.
Oh, yeah,
Did
that's
you
true.
say 10,000 relatives?
He does have like 10,000 relatives.
They float over all the time.
Wow.
And they're Hispanics, so that's what we do.
Oh, God.
They float over all the time.
My God. People will be hearing this, and you're already the racist guy. And Richard's going to get his own little clip where he abused. Have you noticed, like 2 or 3 times now, he's abused the audience for no reason.
Abuse the audience?
Rich, yes, you do. You look at the audience and you're like, and if you haven't done this, you're a fucking flute and get a life. And you're like,
I don't think I said get a life now.
Actually, to be honest with you,
maybe do the proper thing with your life, you know.
Wow.
So Rich is going to argue semantics at this point.
Yeah, basically. He knows he said it.
But yeah, we got to figure something out, man, because I know I want to do I haven't been on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. So I've been on a cruise on a gray ship that I had to work, but other than that, I've never been on one.
That's not a fun cruise.
That's a shitty cruise, bro.
Yeah, it's an awful cruise. So.
I think the cruise is the best way to vacation, man. Honestly, you don't have to drive anywhere. You can drink and walk to your room. There's food, around the clock.
There's food.
Had to mention the food, man.
You had to.
There's Oreo ice cream whenever you want it.
It comes out of a froyo machine, and it's delicious.
A froyo machine? Jesus.
God, he got so specific.
All right, boys. Well, I think we've carried this thing on long enough tonight. I think it was a good run tonight. Hopefully we get good feedback on this one as well.
Rift time.
But yeah, so we'll wrap this up. I know Dorian's got to tend to daddy duties, so let's bring this wild ride to a close. Thank you, everybody that's listened to the first episode. Keep coming back. We'll do our best to keep these coming to you every week is our goal. So we'll see how well we keep that up. Visit our website, fiveguysmostlylies.com. Check out some of the posts we've got up there. Also, you can download some of the episodes from there. We're in the process of getting this podcast syndicated on iTunes and Zune and a bunch of other mobile outlets. So we're just waiting on that to come through. As soon as that comes through, we'll let you guys know on the website or on Facebook, facebook.com/fiveguyslies. So you guys can download those on your mobile devices and take us along with you wherever you go. And then lastly, Five Guys Mostly Lies is our Twitter handle, at Five Guys Mostly Lies. So get on the social media, folks. Help us out. Get this out to all your friends. Gentlemen, it's been a good show tonight. Let's keep the energy up next time, and we'll have some fun. So cheers to everybody. Everybody say your goodbyes.
Cheers, guys. It was nice hanging out with you guys. I think we did a lot better this time.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Good night, folks. Keep us in mind as far as your social networking goes. Make sure to throw us a like on Facebook and keep us on the tip of your tongues in your conversations.
And leave us your comments. Tell us your feedback. We enjoy.
Dorian's really sensitive about the feedback.
Yeah. If you really want to drop like a Pat or a Dorian, you guys are a clute. Just a quick one. You can throw that in there. What else?
I'll cry myself to sleep.
Definitely, if you don't like how Richard conversates on here, let him know all of his flaws. He likes that.
Just go ahead and we'll make a button on the site. Pat is a clute. Throw it right on Facebook.
Awesome. And another thing, just real quick before we close this out, I know Rich is working on it for me. Very soon, we're going to have a link on our website. It'll be a donations link. Please, when that gets up there, link on it. Just drop us a few bucks in there. That helps us keep our website up, helps us keep the podcast up. Just another thing to just kind of help us out and say thank you for us.
If you donate over $10, Dorian will sign a photo of a part of his body and send it to you. It's going to be a random part, but $10 or more. $10 or more with your address, you get a signed picture from Dorian.
This is going to deter some people.
Could be his face, could be his big toe, could be...
Rich, nope. Dorian will sign a picture of a pierced nipple tattooed man.
Oh, better. Even better. And he'll sign it in Italian.
Awesome. And on that, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Five Guys Mostly Lies. We'll see you next time. See ya!